job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Check 31, check 31, check 99, check 99.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They begin the drive with Johnson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 44, Stafford. And this is incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Stafford. This one hauled in by Sample. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. John Ross, 77 yards. as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it.
David Johnson on his way. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. David Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for KC. And even 40 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Frank Clark, his second sack of the night.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Got some room at the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets them the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And an alley to Rob. David Johnson on his way. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. David Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now let's look at the quarterback, Matthew Stafford, in our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
We own it. We own it.
On first down, Stafford here. Johnson's got it complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
Yeah, he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Gets it to Meredith, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. Stafford on first down. Gets this one to Hill.
Holding offense.
Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Stafford. And a quick throw here that's complete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So that... It's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, now he's going to let it go. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big pickup of 38. So we are at halftime here. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Second half begins with a run by Smith. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. The tackle there by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. They'll run it again with Smith. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Mahomes going to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wells. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 30 on second down, Stafford. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but now it's third and goal. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Chiefs defense, they get set and ready to do battle again. Forced the fumble last time, up on the scoreboard, things going their way.
Things are rocking easy now, and they feel good about themselves, confident, taking the ball away in the last possession. They're going to try and do it again.
So let me ask you, can you be playing free and that can be good, or it can also become bad, right?
I like the way you put it. You're exactly right. It can work both ways. Sometimes you get too loose and give up big plays and not handle your responsibilities, but oftentimes when you're playing free and easy and locked in, as they are today, you see the end result.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Here we go on fourth. Stafford. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He finds his man Johnson. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quicker. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. But now it's third down. Throwing again is Stafford. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Johnson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They run. It's Johnson. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by 7, 2:25 remaining. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Frank Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He's got his man, Boyd. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Frank Clark in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now Johnson, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle. So the magic runs out, so to speak. They were 3 for 3 on 4th down conversions, now 3 for 4.
So the defense finally gets to exhale. Yeah. Because they were wondering, 3 for 3 getting converted on 4th down.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Clout.
Now Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A big play there for KC. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Mahomes. Being chased out left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets